So what I mean by that, how you can be less wasteful in your small business is trying to reuse packaging. So if you know someone, or if you yourself is someone that, especially during quarantine, ordered a lot off of Amazon or just other websites in general and started to gain a lot of boxes, definitely try to reuse those when you're selling things. This is a great way to keep the products moving within the system. A lot of the stuff, especially here in the United States, does not actually get recycled. So if you got a box and it's in really, really good shape, really try to save it and use it later on. There's been many times where I will use something other than my usual packaging to ship an item that I sold, and it's all like recyclable shipping materials. So I save all of the bubble mailers, I save any of the airbags in the boxes, I'll save bubble wrap, and then I will save any box that is decently still usable. So if it was left in the rain, I obviously don't keep it, I throw it away. Because you cannot recycle wet, you can't recycle wet cardboard. No. Yeah, you just went to drink water, you got a spot on your nose. Anyway, so use recycled materials, and again, it really is the most sustainable to use what you already have. So I made the mistake when I first started my business of going and buying these really, can you back up please? These really, really pretty bubble mailers that are not sustainable at all. They are not very recyclable, but now that I know, I don't buy them anymore, but I do use what I still have. If you have someone else in your family that is purchasing a lot of things online and has a lot of mailing equipment, definitely try and snag them. Otherwise, just try to purchase recyclable materials. So anything that is made from post-consumer recycled products, anything that is like compostable is great. Those are a couple ways. The next thing that I think is pretty big is to make items either for yourself, to sell, for family members that are reusable. Definitely this world has become very single use, and if you can cut out one or two things that you will use daily and make them reusable and make yourself a reusable swap, it makes a big difference, and it also saves you a lot of money. Some of my favorite things that I personally make are soap savers. These are my own pattern. I have not published it. I have not written it down really actually. So if this is something you guys would be interested, definitely let me know. I want to start a tutorial series, so that could be the first one. But soap savers are one of my favorite, as well as reusable Swiffer pads, face circles or face wipes, and dishcloths. You can't really go wrong with making dishcloths. So with this, do not use any sort of synthetic yarn. Synthetic yarn is primarily made out of plastic, and when plastic is washed, especially a plastic material, it does create microplastics in the washer and dryer, which thus goes into the environment, and then we actually will consume them. So that's something to be very conscious of if you are making something reusable. It is very tempting to go and grab a $3 skein of Red Heart Super Saver and just make a ton of face cloths. But in the long term, it really isn't that great for the environment. So if you can stick with a natural fiber, specifically I really like cotton, and then I also really like hemp. Try to do that first just because it's a little better in terms of waterways. But so those are just a few of my favorite sustainable swaps. The ones that I'm working on right now are reusable water balloons. I'm gonna possibly have those available at my next market. I have a group of them made. Another thing is also reusable Swiffer dusting for the dust wand thingy. I don't know. I'll post a picture. But those are also going to be new, I believe, at my market. I don't have many of those, so I might not bring them out. I might just use them for my personal use. But the last thing I want to cover is using recycled materials to make your product. So this can be recycled yarn. I know Michaels has a line of recycled yarn through their Loops and Threads brand. I believe Lion brand has like a reused yarn where it's made from reusable fibers. I definitely know Darn Good Yarn uses very sustainably sourced and recycled products for their fibers. So those are some great places to look. Sorry, I had dog fur. Some other things you can use are old t-shirts. If maybe you went through a really good weight loss journey, or opposite, you actually gained a lot of weight, you have all of these shirts that don't fit you, you can just slice them right up and make them into yarn. I've seen some really cool rugs made out of t-shirt yarn. I've seen some blankets made out of t-shirt yarn. So that's an option, is you can make your own fiber. I've done that before using plastic bags and recycled jeans. So my senior year of high school, I actually was a part of 4-H, which is a program throughout the United States. It's directed towards children, kids, teenagers, young adults. And the idea is they learn how to make different things, or maybe like show an animal, and they have to record keep, and it's all this really fun stuff. And so I did home environment, like home ec stuff, and I made a rug out of jeans. And so what I did was I cut up the jeans that I had that were ripped or were really frayed and weren't salvageable as jeans anymore. And so I cut those up and I braided them all together. It was before I really knew how to crochet well. I sewed it all together and I made a rug. I still use that rug today. It's almost 6 years old now. It's moved with me 3 times, so that's really cool. But that was really fun to make my senior year. And then, sorry, I'm counting. Anyway, so the other thing that I want to make right now is Plarn, P-L-A-R-N, and that's using plastic bags. I'm definitely going to do a tutorial on how to make those when I am able to start cutting them up, but that's another way to make some not necessarily reusable items that you would want to put on your face, but you could definitely do a market bag. I think that's what I'm going to do with mine. Maybe a produce bag, that kind of stuff. So you can make a reusable bag. You can make a reusable bag out of plastic bags. So that sounds fun. Anyway, those are just a couple of my quick tips and tricks. Little overview. 1, use what you have first. Shop from your stash. That's a great way to put it too. 2nd is to use recycled packaging materials whenever possible. Again, use what you have first. 3, make a couple of reusable swaps in your designated fiber field. And then lastly is use recycled materials to make your own fiber. So this was just a quick crochet and chat. I haven't gotten much done, which is fine. I might make this actually, right now it's a Tuesday night. I've been trying to post on Wednesdays, but to be honest, I didn't post last Wednesday because I didn't have time to make a video. And it's just, y'all, work is so consuming. I work 50 hours a week, which isn't bad, but it's just, it's so tiring. And then trying to run a small business on the side. So I'm really, truly sorry for not getting a video out last week. I hope I can get more consistent with it and get on a better schedule.